if you're like most online entrepreneurs I know, you're not doing the one thing that is the most important thing you need to be doing to increase the open rates on your emails. And it's not what you think. So I want to talk to you today about why it's important to do this on a regular basis and kind of help you understand how to increase your open rates and make sure that people still keep getting your emails. So that's what we're going to dive in today's episode. Let's go ahead and get started. Hey there, welcome to this episode of Bobby Ruins Marketing, the email edition. Like I said, in this email, we're going to be talking about kind of the most important thing you need to be doing to increase your open rates. And it's not what you think. I'm not going to talk about subject lines or anything else. We're going to be talking about cleaning your list. And before you say, man, Bobby, this sounds really boring, I don't want to do this or something like that, trust me, you want to listen to me. I'm going to tell you why you need to do it, why it's important, and make it very simple. But before we dive in, if we haven't met, I'm Bobby Klinck. I'm a Harvard law grad turned online entrepreneur who, among other things, has built a reputation as the email guy. I send emails that people love. People literally ask me to send them my promo emails even when they already have the product because they want to read them because they're that much fun. So I know a thing or two about email. I have a very engaged list, and I want to help you to kind of get the same thing. So email marketing can be an active part of kind of how you make money as a business. So we need to talk about open rates. Now, one of the things I always like to tell people is I don't focus too much on open rates and click-through rates. That's not the thing I matter. Now, you have to have people opening your email because if they don't open your email and they don't read your email, and if they don't read your email, you can't get any benefit from it, right? So we got to have open rates. But a lot of people fixate on it more than me and worry about little things. What I'm going to talk about is we just need to make sure that your open rates don't go. And what'll happen a lot of times is people are kind of like have open rates that are kind of trickling down, getting lower, lower, lower. And then all of a sudden it's like it hits a wall and bam, it goes into the basement. And the reason that is, just to give you a sense, is deliverability of where your emails are getting placed. Are they going to spam? Are they going to promotions? Are they going to different places in all the different emails? We don't know specifically how that happens, but what we do know is that the different kind of email inboxes have their own proprietary things. Some of what matters is what is the reputation of your email domain. In other words, are people liking your emails or not? And so one of the factors that goes into that is like, if people are not opening your emails, the internet people start to say, or the emails start to say, well, people clearly don't want to get this stuff. People clearly don't want to read this. And so they will the algorithms will start shifting it over to places you don't want to be. And what will happen is all of a sudden, like if you kind of hit a thing and like Gmail all of a sudden starts sending a bunch to spam or start sending a bunch to promotions or start sending a bunch to not the primary inbox, guess what's going to happen? Your open rates they hit the basement and then it can be hard to resuscitate. So what you need to be doing is making sure that you have an engaged list. And again, there's a couple things like people who are actively engaging with your emails, they'll probably keep getting them. But if they're not always engaging, a lot of what's happening behind the scenes is what is the overall approach that people are taking your email, and that affects things. So this is why open rates matter. This is why engagement, getting people to reply, getting people to actually enjoy your emails matters. So with that, hopefully I've made the case that you need to work on this. Now, a lot of people will try to say, well, I can give you some tricks to get people to open emails. And they tell you to do some sleazy stuff like start an email subject line with RE:. So you're making it seem like you're responding to an email, or FWD:. Well, I don't know about you, but anybody who sends me that an email automatic unsubscribe because they're lying to me. They're not forwarding me something and they're not responding. Literally, they are lying to me in the subject line to get me to open it. I don't know about you, but I don't like people who lie to me. So don't do that. Instead, you just need to focus on kind of overall health of your list. And one of the biggest things that you need to do on this is when people aren't opening your email, when a specific person stops opening your email, doesn't open, doesn't engage, is not doing anything, is not engaging with your emails at all, you need to stop emailing that person. And what you need to have is a system in place to clean your list, to cleanse your list and get those cold email subscribers off. Now, it could be that you just move them to somewhere and you're not emailing them, or it could be that, you just delete them altogether. And so let's talk about how you're going to do this. What you need to do is you need to identify and have a way to identify people who have not opened, clicked, or otherwise engaged with any emails you've sent in 90 days. If they haven't engaged for 90 days, for 3 months, let's be honest, what is the chance that all of a sudden they're going to say, you know what, I want to start getting those emails from Bobby again. I want to hear what Bobby has to say. It's pretty darn low. What's way more likely is they've forgotten who you are. And maybe one day they're going to wake up and see an email from you and say, who the hell is this guy and why is he emailing for me? I never signed up for this list, even though they did. And then they're going to mark your email as spam. And again, marking you as spam, that's bad for your reputation. So again, this is the kind of stuff you need to see, how when you're emailing cold people that you're not emailing very often, that happens. Like you'll have those types of things happen. Now, other things that can happen is if someone's email is so long cold that they don't even use that email address, sometimes those emails get turned into what are called spam traps, which means that a system starts monitoring it and anyone emailing that email address is marked as a spammer because nobody is using that email address anymore. So again, part of the reason you need to clean it. In my view, 3 months is the magic rule. Some people would say 6 months, but I don't know about you. I haven't often said, I haven't opened an email from this person in 5 months, but today's the day. No, 3 months normally is good enough. So you need to identify people who have not opened your email, any emails, or engaged otherwise with your emails in 90 days. Now, once you've done that, you don't want to just eliminate them because, and here's an important thing to understand, the way that email opens are calculated is not perfect. I don't want to bore you, but basically there's like a 1 or 2 bytes in it that's like a little graphic file, a picture file that will open most times when people, or will load when someone opens their email. So obviously that's the kind of thing that, your system tracks that. The problem is some people have their email set so that pictures do not load by default. And if pictures do not load, that little file doesn't load. So it won't actually register that they've opened your emails. So you don't want to just eliminate them. What you want to do is send an email sequence to those people to ask them, do you want to stay on my list or not? I personally go with 3 emails that kind of get increasingly, urgent. Say, hey, the last one I think says literally, hey, I'm removing you from my list if you don't tell me you want to stay on it. And so the way we have it set up, those emails go out and all they have to do is click on a link. If they click on a link, it takes them to a page that says, woohoo, you're staying or something like that. And it automatically, obviously they're no longer cold because they've now engaged, but more importantly, it says leave them on the list. So that's what we do. That's how we kind of run it through the system. And once that's happened, if they don't click on any of those links in those 3 emails in that sequence, then we take them off and we're not sending them any more emails. Now, again, they might wake up a couple months from now, see that email and click on the link and it will bring them back to active status. But unless and until they do that, they're not getting any more emails from me because what I've seen is they're not opening, they're not engaging, they do not want to get my emails anymore. So that's how you clean your list. Now, how often should you do this? Now, depending on how the system works, you might be able to set up an automation in some email service provider so it just happens automatically and you don't have to do it. But if you can't, you want to do this at least quarterly. So again, every quarter you need to do this. If they haven't opened in 90 days, we're going to check it and we're going to remove them. We do it more frequently. We do it on a weekly basis. It's part of our system. We just we do it. We pull these people who are cold and we put them through the sequence. So that's what we do internally, but you don't have to do it weekly. We are just very vigilant about it in my business because we want to keep a clean list. We want to keep an engaged list. So this cleaning your list, as boring as it sounds, is one of the most important things you can be doing to increase the effectiveness of your email marketing that you're probably not doing. So if you want to learn more about email marketing, if you heard this and said, wow, I had never thought about this, but Bobby, you really taught me something here. I actually have a an email marketing course called Badass Email Marketing, which I used to charge for, but I now give it away totally free, no catch, no strings attached, as part of my Badass Online Marketing University, or BOMU, which is an entire university to train online marketers for free. You can sign up by heading to bobbyklinck.com/BOMU. Again, it's totally free. There is not an upsell. I promise there is no catch. It really just is a way for me to kind of help entrepreneurs on their journey. And I figure that if they need to, at some point they want to hire me to help them with implementation, they will, but you don't have to. I'd love to just see you succeed with my free resource. So that's my call to action. Do that. And then the other call to action, check out some of my other videos about email marketing. I love email. I geek out on this stuff. It's fun. And if you follow what I say, it can be fun for you too. You can enjoy sending emails, and other people, your subscribers, will enjoy actually getting your emails. So that's it for today. Have a great day.